this is Michael from PhoneJunkie.org. Here I bring you the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0, currently on Verizon Wireless's LTE network. I would like to start off by saying thank you to Verizon for providing me with this demo device. Without them, I would not be able to do this review for you. So if this is a device that you definitely like, please go into your nearest Verizon store and check it out. Go ahead and give it check out to some of their other devices there. They do have some top-of-the-line devices. I'm going to go ahead and go over a few of the specs here. Alright. On the back here, you have a 3.2 megapixel camera. You have a VGA front-facing camera. I'm going to put this on lock so I don't actually hit anything. The camera is capable of doing 720p high-definition video. You have a power lock unlock button here on the side. You have the volume rocker up and down on the right side as well. Underneath you have your 30-pin USB connector charging port. You have two speakers. On the left side you have the micro SIM card slot, micro SD card slot, which is capable of doing up to 64 gigabytes. And on the top you have the 3.5mm head jack. Now you have a clean black sleek look to it. It does have a little bumpy feel on the back. It actually feels kind of nice. It is a it is a plastic, but it does feel a little bit nice in the hand. It's not the cheap plastic feel that I will say you get with the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now this device is currently $350. I know it's just a little bit more. I know there was the Samsung Galaxy Tab that was released a few months ago, but it does not have LTE connectivity. You know, is it worth the extra money for the LTE connection? You know, especially when you have the Galaxy Nexus 7 at just a $200 Wi-Fi only price point. It's, you know, totally your decision, and hopefully this video helps that out some. Right, now this device, it is a Bluetooth 4.0 device. It has mobile hotspot, HTML browser, Wi-Fi 802.11 B, G, and N bands. It comes integrated with Google really well. I mean, you have Google Maps, Gmail, Google Plus Messenger navigation, Playbooks, Play Movies, Play Music, Play Store, Google Search, Google Talk, as well as YouTube. And as most of you know, iOS is not going to have a stock YouTube app, but you can download it from the App Store. And the App Store YouTube app is a lot better than the stock one. Again, this does feature LTE connectivity. It only weighs 12.2 ounces. It's shipped with Android 4.0 ice cream. You have a 7-inch display here. 4,000 milliamp battery. They claim it does up to about 11 hours of use. Now you have a dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor, which is a little bit of a step up from the original Galaxy Tab there. And you have 1 gigabyte of RAM. You get 8 gigabytes of internal memory. And again, you can upgrade that with 64 gigabyte micro SD card. Alright, now let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, now the first thing I would like to talk about is the whole operating system, the processor, and all that. There's definitely no lags with it. It handles everything well. Web pages render very nicely. And while we're in here, I'll go ahead and cover the browser as well. So let's just go ahead and go to PhoneJunkie. Oops. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, that rendered very well there. It's not on Wi-Fi. It is using the LTE network. And I have to say that Verizon has definitely upgraded their LTE network here in the Lansing area. I am right outside of Kansas City, but they had definitely upgraded. I'm saying I'm getting probably about 7 megabits down, so that's actually really good compared to where it was at before. It just, maybe 1 or 2. Alright, so it loads it very well, but as you can see, browsing the web page, there's a little bit of a lag. It's not a really good scroll as you see with some of the other tablets like the iPad or with the Galaxy Nexus 7. But it does do its job. Alright, now I would like to go ahead and talk about the web browsing app some more. Alright, here you have your basic app, back, forward, refresh. You get tabs up here. So if you like to have multiple ones open, if you need to add one, you just hit this plus right here. Alright. And that will add one. You have your settings here. You can make a new tab from here, add a shortcut to the home, share the page if you would like to share, email it, something like that. Alright, go back in there, see what else. You have a desktop view, save it for offline reading, downloads, and you have your settings. So if you want to take some stuff out or add some stuff in there, that's where you would do it. The touchscreen is actually pretty accurate. It actually knows kind of where you're wanting to touch, so if you need to touch somewhere pretty small, it usually gets it pretty right. Now the keyboard, I'm not the biggest fan of. I just never have that much luck, so we'll just put Michael is a device, and I'm doing this with the camera in front of me, so I messed up there, so it is kind of hard. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little so you guys can see this a little bit better. But I have small hands, but for the most part I can get in there and touch it. That's in landscape mode, and then you just have it right here. And the keyboard a little bit better, but I'm not a big fan of the keyboard. But one good thing about Android, and I say this all the time, is that if you don't like it, just get another one out of the App Store. Next, I would like to go ahead and do the speed test of the device. Wow, looks like we're getting about over 10. We're well over 10. Wow. I know you guys keep hearing me say wow, but this is definitely an upgrade. As you can see in some of my previous videos, that Verizon just hasn't been good in this area. So it looks like the final results are over 10 megs up and about 3.5 megs. Excuse me, 10.5 download and about 3.5 upload. So those are pretty good. And you see with the last test I did was yesterday, and it was about 7 megs download and about almost 5 megs upload. So very good numbers. Alright. Go ahead and talk about some of the apps that Verizon ships with the phone. Excuse me, with the tablet. You automatically have a photo editor. You have My Verizon Mobile. You have Netflix they put on the phone, on the device, and a lot of people use that. I especially do. You have Up Next Maps HD. You have Smart Remote. You have VZ Navigator. And some of these are Samsungs as well, like the S Suggest and things like that. Go ahead and get out of that, and we will go into the camera here. This is a 3.2 megapixel camera, so if you're getting this for photo reasons, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But if you just want to catch a quick picture, and this is definitely the device for you. and that's just like me. I don't use my device that much for taking pictures. I don't even think I've ever taken pictures on my iPad unless it was the kids playing around with it. I rarely even use my phone as well. I'm just not a big picture taker. So whenever I go and get a device, the camera's not a big deal for me. I mean, yes, it would be nice to have a fantastic camera for when you do use it, but for me, I just don't need it. Right? So I'm not going to go into this a whole lot. You know, you just have your basic functions here: shooting mode, single shot. You put on panorama, scene mode, all that stuff. Go ahead and get out of there. Right. So here on the widgets, now you can adjust the size of these widgets here. Make it smaller. Or now one thing is, it doesn't really always work that well. Sometimes you have to, like say I want to take this to another screen. No. Alright, sometimes you just have some problems with it. Alright, if you want to add a widget, just go up here just like you used to an ice cream sandwich. You see the widgets, and with Samsung TouchWiz, I forgot to tell you that as well, it does have TouchWiz overlay. You only have about 7 pages. HTC Sense 4.0, you get about a good 28 pages on theirs. It's, you know, more widgets are always good. Same multitasking here. You don't want it, just swipe it away. And let's go ahead and play back a quick movie. One thing I do like about these is that, like, once if you go on you have a movie on your computer, you just throw the micro SD card from here into your computer. You just drag and drop the video in there on the SD card. You just bring it right back. There's none of the converting or any all that other stuff like you have to do with iOS sometimes. So go ahead and play it here. Now the speaker volume is well, and I can vouch that the battery life does very well also. But alright guys, I mean that's just basic of it. I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick feedback. My final thoughts on this device is it's definitely a nice device. I really like the 7-inch screen. It fits in my hands, fits in my pocket, but I honestly cannot judge spending a little bit more money to have the LTE. If I would have to choose a device, I would have to go with the Galaxy Nexus 7. It's just a little bit better of a device, and for $350 it just doesn't justify the LTE you're getting. And especially now with the new mobile share data plans, you get a mobile hotspot, you just share your data. You really don't need a device with its own connectivity on it. Maybe a year ago, yes, you needed it, but right now with the mobile hotspot, everything like that, you're just not needing it. If you guys have any questions, please email me or just put it in the comments below. I answer all my questions. And if you need to request a video of a device, just let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. You all have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe.